Welcome to the Archangel Mike Goose Chat. A little bit late, like usual, but you get that. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be on a very short while. I've got a lot on my mind, a lot of content to create, a lot of videos, maybe even read my emails, because I don't read them often. I have to start getting used to this technology, as we're only just getting to the first minute. It's got to get out there that I am live. But the people know, as I was just over on Nick's channel, they're having quite a good time, enjoying themselves, which is fabulous. So it is all ominous, dark and gloomy, except for the light at the microphone. Well, like God said, let there be light, and then there was light. And there you have it. Decided to be a bit free today. Hello, whoever's there, how are you going? Welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. I don't have the hood on now. It's in the wash actually. And it's a bit hot tonight. And I'm not going to be on too long. Only a little while. But that's what we're going to do. Be on for a little while, say the Lord's Prayer, have a little hello, goodbye, and then everyone can get on with their day. So, people are there, but no one's talking. Interesting. I have to see who's in YouTube land. YouTube land seems like a big storm to me. Sometimes you can be on the outer storm where the wind is a bit less. And as you get closer into the eye, it gets faster and faster. And then you get stuck in the eye. And you're stuck in these calm waters. And see, once you're stuck in that eye in the calm waters, if your ship is not good, and you don't have the light of God to take you out of it, but when you try to go out, as soon as you hit that wall of wind, if it was traveling at 300 kilometers an hour when you come into the eye, you're going to hit that wall at 300 kilometers an hour. It will tear your ship apart. You won't even see to the other side. Some of those storms can be thousands of kilometers wide. And then, if you ever do break it, manage to get the courage to hold the wheel to get through that storm, the storm can chase you. I've had a storm. I've even got videos of a storm chasing me and my nephew. He thought that quite unreal. That was out in the bush. Yes, it can chase you around. It's got something to do with the magnetism of the soul. Hello, Golden Queen. Oh, you changed back to your alternate. Okay, switch back. Okay. I have another channel too. I might have to visit you with that one. He's called Nowhere Man. He wears an old green hat. And then I have another one still. Our Narrative Nation. That's the cross channel for me and my sister Roma. She was a supporter of Trump and her platform. Well, I think a lot of people didn't, I don't know, she didn't want to take the test to see whether half her fan base might just go because of her belief. But she's Canadian. So I said, well, what we do is we put a faceless channel up. I'll put it up. I'll give you the access to it and you can put all the content. So our Narrative Nation is pretty good. She's an excellent content creator. She done some work for me. She's quite able to charge $150 a short She's pretty good at it. Oh, these dogs are going to bark and annoy me. But, oh, 3 likes. That's good. I'm both. Yes, Golden Queen. Yes, that's right. I have to figure my way around that one. I've already done that. I worked that one out. That's a good one, that one, I think. But I figured out there. Well, put some people in the chat. Golden Queen's here. The Golden Dragon Queen. Well, it's time to get the Lord's Prayer out, I think. Have a look into it. Look into the Book of Odin. And that will guide us through the storm of the day. Those over there, where you are, Gordon, probably getting up. You're pretty bright this morning. It was quite fantastic. Usually a bit, I don't know, it's like me with the kids. You're on that one level all the time. It's like a drone. And some days you get a spike. And you feel happy, like today. These ladies made me happy. I said, well, they did come up. So I'll take off the hood. I'm still going to keep the mask on. But if we ever go on a chat, on your chat, I come up live, or on Nick's, I will take the mask off. You will see the real face, the real me. That's because I respect you. But YouTube, well, until it changes its rules, it'll get no real respect from me. Oh, the disclaimer. I've got it written out in a way that you can say it. It's not quite how you are that you put in it, but it's quite legal to do it this way too. But we won't do it because I'm not got any content to disclaim, except my own. Or if I have misplaced this Lord's Prayer, I'm going to be really pissed. And here we have it. See, I was losing my way. Haven't prayed today. Oh, yes. And that's a fact too. I pray very seldom throughout my life. When I was younger, yes. When I was younger, until I got to about 12 years of age. I very seldom prayed since then. I didn't pray at all, one could say, except to try and move the storm all the time. So I was praying the wrong way if I was. It wasn't until I met my sister Roma, where we met on a crossroads. It just happened to be a strange way we met. And we had a connection. And I said, well, let's pray together. And she jumped at it, grabbed a book, and we did the Lord's Prayer. And ever since then, I've been wanting to do it again with her. But, well, we just haven't had the time. Or she just hasn't had the notion. But, so that's when I decided to do it here. See, people will say, oh, why don't you do the Archangel Michael's prayer? I thought about that. Why would I pray to myself? You know what I mean? Why would I actually pray to myself? It's a bit silly. And I am not the Savior. I am not the Messiah. I'm not the God. I am just a weapon. Here to do a job and then move on to the next one. Partially as being a man, it's a bit of a prize. All the angels, all the other creatures out there are jealous of man. Not many of them get to be one. Well, we haven't had the trolls for a while. That's really good. I'm glad about that. Hey, Archangel, yes. I've got to read some of this here. Gave me a jump scare. A jump scare? Oh, I didn't mean to jump scare you. I'm sorry. That's not my intention. Blah. Sorry about that. I'm a bit hilarious like that. If you take life too seriously, you're going to be drowning in dreariness and figuring. And I see the world dark enough as it is without trying to shed a little bit of light in it. And I see that, oh yeah, that's right. I see the world very dark indeed. Too dark, I think. That's why I think I got you guys around me, try and light me up a bit. Make me get out of that notion. being so dark and dreary. Well, we haven't done any of these, guys. That's good. I'm going to think about marketing this guy on a shirt. I reckon that'll go well. You knew that, yes, you knew that. We knew that. Of course you did. You sit there analyzing, studying, talk behind, chit-chat, chit-chat. Girls will never change. No matter how old you get, there's always be girls. You always talk behind the men's back and everyone's back and talk to each other and talk to each other's back, and it's just like watching the chickens in the yard, really. Until the one big hen, like yourself, Nick, rises up to the top and goes up, and knocks them on the head, and they think around, they tug around, they start thinking. When they don't start thinking, you go tuk 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 until there's no feathers left. And when you get a bunch of chickens, you ever seen a bunch of chickens decide they want to go at the rooster? Like you and Gordon? You ever seen that for real? They'll tear that rooster apart if they really want to. Oh yeah. It's actually quite brutal. With the budgerigar, that's the one. The budgerigar is pretty cool. I find them quite interesting. They're Kelly's and my. Well, I like those little birds. They're funny. Well, let's get this Lord's Prayer over with so we can get a bit of God in the chat. Is everyone ready? No, better put a rattle on things. Okay. Maybe rattle a few cages, like Satan and all the bad guys. Because I don't see them having anything like this on the chat. All they can do is say, oh, they brought God in there. I think they're going to save them. Got God in there. Oh, look at that weirdo Michael. He's a weirdo. Gee. No, Hollywood was going to pick someone. They picked someone prettier than him. Well, they wouldn't pick her unless she was the backdrop to a horror film. Sorry. I had to put that one in. And you, Nick, you're very crafty. I can see what you're doing because, like, yes, you are stirring a little bit of the pot, but the way I look at it, there's a few pots getting stirred whenever you do that. Isn't there, Nick? But that's just the Australian way. That's why I think I understand you a bit. You've got our funny way. But you're a Queenslander. You know, you got that 4X. Can't spell right. Can't spell beer, so you got to put 4X's. Sorry, Nick. You're fantastic. I love your music, and I can't wait to read your email when you get around to it, when I get around to it. See, that's the thing. This guy's got to keep reminding me, drop it to me, oh, the email's there, because I just won't look at the email. I'm not technology. That's, no, to me, it's a bother sometimes. But now I'm trying to learn. It's not something I do every day. It's not in my routine, my natural routine. Everyone's like that. And I look at them and say, gee, maybe I'm so far behind, I should live in a cave. Yes, I can do that. I can give you my phone number, not a problem. That should be easy. It'll be easy actually to talk to you, because trying to contact overseas and that is, you've got to piss part around with the networks and surcharges and all kinds of crap. Yeah, no worries, yeah. No, that's not a problem, Nick. No worries. Because if anyone from these mob come for me, then only one get out. Only one sits on the goat trail, Nick, or Sparta. What happens there to them poor buggers? Don't do that to me, Nick, or you will live forever. No, I trust you. That's why I've given it to you. You need to pull a plug on my bullshit, pull it out like a true Aussie. Well, I thought about it. That's what I thought. Gee, Sparta, goat. Yep, this fucking ringing well. I can put this one together very well. I'm trying to make it fun, like your channel. I'm trying to give everyone that comes into it a bit of fun. You know, I was saying to Roma or Chloe, her name's Chloe Sunderland. So I know her. I do know her very well. But yeah, we'll say Roma. She doesn't like me calling that to her. She only likes me calling her Chloe. Right? But yeah, so Roma, so everyone knows, because that's who she is. You know, I was talking to her, say, gee, I'm the only one that I can see when people join up. I try to do short for them joining up. And if I see a little sign or something on their emoji, I might try to copy that on their shield. I think it just shows that, hard task to coming to Sparta, up in the mountains, hidden away from the world, safe. Despite the fact I live down in the plain, right in the middle of the Bronx. Might as well be. The police were just up the road here. I was looking at, oh no, come on now, not sirens now. It's crazy, Nick. It really is. Literally, you could walk just out the door and you could get stabbed. Just out in your front yard. Armadale, look it up. Armadale, West Australia. It's pretty rough. That's where my mom lives, right in the center of it, in the roughness. Crazy. Okay, we'll get into the Lord's Prayer and we get it. Yes, congratulations. I reckon that was good. I'm so happy with that. 1800, that's good. I just got to get these watch hours up. Once they're up, well, I'm on my way. That's why anything you want me to promote, those guys, I'll run it to here, because then I've got 1300 chances that you get seen. Okay, here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. There we go. Now we got God in the chat. We can sit back and relax for the day. I can pretty much chuck the mic away. No, we're done now, and drop that one, and we're finished. No, I'm not going to break my microphone. Look at that. I got to pay for things. I just don't chuck it around because I can. Yes, put it away safe this time before I lose it. Well, that's it for the day. Done. The task has been done, oh Lord. I've done your prayer and we're on the way. Everyone's happy. Said hello to my friends. And that's what you're becoming, friends. That's what's hard to make on YouTube. These people, they form alliances. They form panels. But they're not forming friends. Especially that Black Owl. We'll have to see about her. She's a different story, that one. It's very vindictive. One, completely stupid. What are you going to do when the whole reason your channel exists is because of Jagger Wright to begin with, even before she met her? And that's a fact. And that's a fact. She spent more time barracking for her than she actually spent with her. And now look at her. You know, when you look it up, all the attributes she's going for, because you don't need to be the psychiatrist you talk about. You just need to put someone's attributes in the way they act. You could put that into Google and it'll come up with a diagnosis. It's not stupid, you know. The algorithm's not stupid on Google. It will come up, it will say something like this here, you know. Or a narcissist or anything like that. Because it's some narcissistic things that she's displaying. So maybe there's something wrong there. And that's a playback from stuff that's happened to her in her past. Because that's not just, well, truly, it is. Some people are just assholes. Like AT2 he completely just admitted, I am just an asshole. I don't care. I'm part of the school of villainy. And even Maggie had told me that in one of her lives. So, there you go. The school of villainy, where they don't give a shit what they do as long as they make the cash. And I can't see why people don't understand that and see that. But they go over there, must have very miserable lives, very petty. That's why they're always clowns and witches. I just put in demonic army of demonic clowns and witches. Bang, push. I put in silly funny, and that's it. And they're stupid, fall on their own. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's like Nick. Nick, you take hours. You take hours to get something that looks good enough to pass off as you. Seriously, I was better off just having you as the goat. Every time I try to do what I need to do for you, it comes you walking out in bikinis and all kinds of fucking shit. I'm crazy. I should tape some of this stuff, because some of it comes out with is just nothing what I've written down. I should write down what I try to put into the engine, in the YouTube engine. See, this is YouTube. So there's something going on there. Something up there one. I just find it very funny. I think, did we write that? What the hell? All kinds of crap. Literally all kinds of crap. I try to put on, there's supposed to be a future suit with a mountain goat theme. So that's why it colors the way it does. And I say rainbow shine. And then it comes out with all this, you come out in bloody, not revealing, but you will come out in like you're invaders. And I said, well, I've got it in the middle of the bush. How could you be? Oh, crazy. It's crazy. You've got to wear it right. Once you wear it right, it will come out. And then you've got to try and animate it. Sometimes it won't animate. Sometimes when I do animate it, has all these strange, very strange creatures coming in like you wouldn't imagine. So I might start recording them and putting them up, just to show you what YouTube's got in its own little mind. Why would it create that? I know it's not entirely perfect. Yes. Yeah, the lawnmower. I thought about that, because when I did it, it wouldn't. When you do, that's the thing. When you do this grass, you say, I want to in a field of grass in the shack and everything like that there with the tin shack and all that, right? It won't put you in that. It'll put you right in the middle of a city, in a park or something like that with a bit of grass. It's not even grass at all. It's just ridiculous. But so you got to put long grass, and it'll actually put you out there. Oh, the long grass. Oh, this place where it doesn't get mowed. That mustn't be the city then. So something in the engine. So I can't wait to get my own. I have to do a bit of research, because it depends on what the engine knows in its mind. See, I can put in Holden Kingswood. When I went for my live, did my ad for my live, I just said Holden Kingswood, fully blown, and it come out like that. Archangel Michael with his mask on, wearing the black Kruger, fucking cowboy hat. No, fully blown Kingswood, and there we was flying along. Brrr, yeah. I've done that in real life. One like that too, a white one. But yeah, it worked fine. That's it. It's just how it goes. I know it gives you a choice sometimes. I gotta get my own one. Once I get my own one, I can actually pattern it. When I work out how that is working, like I've done with the YouTube one, how I can word it, then that's it. It'll just come like magic. Oh, the family car? No, no, no. I wish it was the family car. No, no, no. I had it in my mind that one is the, well, in the shows that I'm doing, because I connected it all together. In the shows that I'm doing in my shorts, that's like I'm the technician, because I'm a weapon, see, so I've got to test out all this stuff and make all the weapons and make this all, wings and everything. You watch in the end, we're all going to be having wings. You watch and see. Hello, Kiki Eyes, you'd never have to be sorry. You are the champion of Sparta. Like I said, you found God in you that time, because I know the controversy of trying to say something about someone, especially when it comes to Jag and the main content creators that we might have dealings with. Oh, I don't believe that, and then I'll banish you. But the fact that you stood up and went out and said that, even though you said that you couldn't, showed you that you found the light. Did you through? What happened? You know, you did me proud. You did Sparta proud, and you did yourself proud. You achieved. You got that little bit of courage. That's all you needed. I mean, I totally understood why you wouldn't do it. I'm waiting for a grilling myself, but it hasn't happened. I can sense it. It's there, but it's not. There's understanding. It's just how it is. That's just how it is. But there will be a time I just to explain it to her quietly, other way that I can contact them, and then it will come to you. But I think she knows. See, God works in mysterious ways, and no one has to always like each other, but we can always fight towards a common goal. That's the whole idea. It's not so much everyone unifying to get on the same chat and always barrack each other. It's to try and look at each other's message and see how similar it is. So why not get on the same path and all walk the same one? Enough messages just get together. That's a stronger force than we're walking alone. That's why we're stronger together. It's like when you get one stick, you can snap it. When you put them together, well, you call it a faggot. That's what they call it. A whole bunch of sticks together makes a faggot and it doesn't snap. That's what it is. Look it up in the dictionary. Look it up on Google. I'm not derogatorizing anyone with that one. That's the actual fact. That's what it's supposed to be for. An actual faggot is a drinking like an amphora, but a leather one that you drink out of, like a cask, like a flask. So I don't know how they got that to be a human or that name, but that's the true name for it, the true meaning. So yes, and that's the end of that. Well, I'm going to stay on for half an hour. For some reason, it gives me more watch hours for just I don't know. It's crazy. The algorithm's funny. If you only watch the 1 hour, it only gives you a little bit. But if you watch do it for half an hour, it goes up a little bit more. So it's crazy. I don't know. I haven't worked that one out yet. Yes, so sorry. Yep. No, you don't have to be sorry, Nick. You don't have to be sorry, Kiki. Never sorry. Yes, it is interesting. There's a lot of interesting things that we can do. It's like I find it interesting, very interesting the way you do things, Nick. I think you'll be able to reel all these people in. See, because you're like you said, you're neutral. Your channel is not very large, so the output is not large. So you're not quite threatening in that aspect, which is unusual. That's why they get attracted to you. They think, oh, well, here we go. I don't have a big. Oh, the cats are killing each other. How crazy! I can hear them killing each other. They're not still meowing, so they've let each other go. I have to go and get scratched. When I go, I lie more loud. Yes. Yes, that, well, the cat's up. No, they're not fighting. They'll be meowing. They'll be holding onto each other and going with some more. So one's just past the other one. They give each other a bit of a scratch. Oh, I might go and check because I can hear them going, ooh. You cats better not be killing each other. Oh, crazy. Oh, just crazy lately. Just recently they just started really going at town with each other. I think I might have to go and take them and get the things shut out. Calm them down a bit. Give me 2 seconds. I don't like the sound of that because they could have one by the throat and could be choking him out. not fighting. They were looking at each other, and then when I go to put my hand next to him, well, Pepe runs away. He's always run away. But Maxwell, he just looks at me and starts going, I say, and I think, no, I'm not grabbing that panther. I'm not touching that panther. He will strike me straight away. You gotta let them calm down. Cats are funny, not like a dog. Cats will come to you on their own time, and they get overstimulated quickly. Whereas a dog, you sit there for hours and pat you and pat you, want you and everything. With a dog, well, if you kick a dog, the dog will still come back up the next day and lick you and give you a feed and everything like that. But if you kick a cat, the cat will never come near you again. It will hiss at you all the time. Cats, they only trust you once. Once you lose that trust with a cat, that's it. The cat will not like you. It takes you very much to get back in that cat's trust. And cats, well, cats, they're exactly like snakes. More like a snake than they are the big cats. The big cats have the round iris in the eye. Well, cats have slit. And the only other creature that's got slit eyes is snakes. They eat the same creatures of prey, exactly the same. They both hiss. They both will sit for many days waiting for a target to come, very still. You know? And like, well, when you hit a snake in the head, the tail's still going. Same with a cat. Sorry, I know it sounds a bit crook, but the same with a cat. The tail will still keep going. So they've got a lot more relation in relating to a snake than they do the big cats. Owen Maxwell, hello, how you going? Welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. If you go back into the beginning and watch it from the beginning, well, midway through, about 10-15 minutes, we'll have the Lord's Prayer and you'll be able to get on with your day. But welcome. I am just about to pop off very soon. I've done the 30 minutes, done the half an hour. I'm probably just sitting here now because I'm, well, lonely and bored. No, I've got something to do. I've got that much to do. I'm thinking, what do I do first? Do I do another one of those? Finish off? No. I'll pull back on the Grey Hawk series. I'm going to do, if I'm going to do something on that, it will have to be you, Nick. You're going to have to go. You're going to get attacked. You're going to be fighting all on your own. But we're coming. We're coming. By the end of the episode, you'll see we'll be coming for you to save you. But I think how I'm gonna rig up Nick's farm to defend herself because she doesn't like fighting. How am I gonna do this? Well, I could have chihuahuas and turrets firing, pop out of your home. I don't know. I gotta see how it animates. I'm thinking, gotta think of a theme for that, just that particular thing, and it's gotta fit you as well. Funny. Because that's how it's going to happen in the end. That's like my predictions of things as well, not just things that have happened or things that we're going through at the time. Robot chihuahuas with laser eyes. I thought about that. I do that, but they come out looking like little Terminators. I've got to think how to do it. Something that's, that's chihuahua. It's got to be like that. Trying to think. And it's got to be Australian too, and it's got to have that little bit of a Queensland theme, and it's got to have a few things, Nick. It's got to be your sort of character, or how I would imagine it to be. It's crazy, yeah. Yep, crazy. Yes, well, I can't wait till I get the device and I can do some movies. I tried putting up longer ones, like I tried putting the 3 episodes of the Grey Hawk series together, so people can get a better look at what I'm trying to do instead of trying to go through the shorts. But YouTube won't let me put it up because it's got the different songs in it. So they just reckon we don't know how to monetize that, so we can't even show it. That's what they give me. They don't strike my channel. They just said, no, we can't show that. They didn't, no, we can't monetize that. We don't know how to figure out that one. With the 3 different musics. And so you've got to create your own music. So that's when I hear your stuff. I think it's got that high dun, 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 like you're actually flying through something and like very high intense. It's got a kid that, like, if it's going to be a kids show, if they're going to make a kids show, it's got to have that little intenseness to it to keep them occupied. Because that keeps the girls in as well. They're like, oh, gee, look at this girl. And got that intenseness of music, which it's got. Your beat's got that. It's got that. No, not much does. Like most of this music we got out there, I don't see how it's making money or anyone's body can cheering for it because some of it's completely crap. It really is. I don't want to name any names because I know some of these ladies like some of these people, but well, they're crap. Like the good old days when they used to have music, real music. That's like back in the day. Back in the day when rap music first come out, actually, in the late 70s and the early 80s, late 80s, when they even first started becoming breakdance music, when it started becoming a thing, right? Those top main ones, those top creators over in America and the ones around the world, well, they used to go and hook up with that Roger Gilmore from Pink Floyd, because at the time Pink Floyd was still known as the best music mixers in the world. They had studios that could mix all types of sounds. You know, they've got some crazy shit, Pink Floyd. I can tell you the tip. It's not everyone's cup of tea, but all of it's just crazy. You know, they're the first of a lot of this stuff with electronics and the sounds. They know, man, that know a lot of the stuff that we have today is now a product of like their music mixing. Michael Jackson is one of can be claimed as one of the fathers of the modern pop, modern rap, modern that because of his moonwalk. They adopted that straight into the breakdance movie. You know, these moves that you go back in the day and you'll see Fred Astaire in black and white doing the same thing. You see this 1930s one where they're doing the windmill, 2 blokes on a stage in 1930 in a black and white film. I can't. That's just some show that they had. It just shows you that that move's been around quite a while, long before your breakdance. And that so, and you'll find that a lot of things that we do are a product of recirculation. You'll find that same pattern all the way through nature on different things. You know, you will. They say, oh, but you know, you could be wrong. Like they say, oh, look, the people, they got 2 ways of thinking. You got the God way, or you got the evolutionary way. Well, the evolutionary way reckons that we're like, you know, we're related to chimps, and that's the closest one, like 98% or 97.3 point whatever it was. So we just go 98%. So the gorillas and the chimps, humans are 98%. So we're 2% different. You know how much variance 2% is? 2% difference. Well, 2% difference can mean a great range of things. So we're far from being related at all. 2% difference, right? Well, there's 3 things. They're made up of 98% water. They have a 2% DNA difference. Do you want me to tell you what those things are? Well, I'm going to. A watermelon, a jellyfish, and a rain cloud. That's the difference between 2%, guys. You work that one out. You go and do the math. Go and look it up. I'm not lying. I didn't know the people had no receipt because I know it's right. But that's the difference between 2%. 2% DNA can mean a range and variance of things. On this planet, with all the life that it's got, it can mean all kinds of things. Now you go look at the book of life where they got all the branches all going down, back down to the one little amoeba that come out the ocean. You know? Why are they trying to map this life? Why is man so important? so much money spent on these things. And they never really benefit anyone. Who are they benefiting? Why do they must know? Because they're trying to disprove the whole theory of God in the end. Because a man can take full control, like I said, and say, well, we've got all the information that says that this is the way it's done, and there was no God. They take the God out of the human mind, out of the heart, and they've destroyed him. Satan wins. He can win that way too, but man can win that way by extinguishing God from his memory. And if no one remembers God, he has no power at all. See? Because he can't touch the earth for us because he put the rainbow over, so that's the clause going on. That's how it rolls, so he can look quite loose. It's up to man to work it out, up to humankind to move all the pieces. We're the ones that are in charge. All this devil, heaven, hell, earth, realms, whatever, aliens, it's all happening here on this board, on Mother Nature's board, all at the same time, and all in one and all in not. But man is the one that's got to change here, because we've got to change. That's why we have all these different things going on. Manipulate man, and you can manipulate the way it's going to be. Makes sense, doesn't it? Man takes God out of his mind, then God's dead. Makes sense, doesn't it? So the churches, in a way, are still helping God, but not in the way he would like them to, because they pulled greed into it by accepting all that money. For what? I find it scary. You talk about some of your churches over there in America. That's pretty scary. Got something like that here too, but over there, they'll actually shoot you if you don't go to the church, not if you excommunicate you, and that funny one. That's funny. That's funny. You say, well, if you're really men and women of God, and I'm supposed to follow you with this message that I can clearly see my own mind and heart, which is what God gave me to do, that it doesn't seem right. No matter what you argue, no matter what you say, no matter what you want to think, me to believe, I know that when I leave here, God's coming with me in here and in here. You know why? Because he's telling me to fucking get away from you. Right now. And that's why I want to leave. And it's not Satan. And I'm not possessed. I'm not being silly. You can run your little bullshit. You can rape your little boys and girls if you want. Set them up for marriages, to sickness, for your own evil pleasure. Because it happens. Happens regularly. Happens in those places more than one. No, it's like the old Boy Scouts. Well, there was not one is not long ago. Boy Scout. Been doing it for 30 years. Every time. So they changed the name so people won't signify the Boy Scouts with rapists, child molesters. See how they changed the pattern? They just change the pattern. They don't change nothing. They don't change what's happening. They just change the name. Oh, we'll just put that out to bite. Do this one. That's why they go and paint things green. Greens go away green. That's the mindset. You find a lot of schools that got the sea containers around, whatever that might make up, whatever they got. Any part, any shed or anything they don't want seen, any product or anything you want out there don't see, paint it green. Mine just go away green because there's natural greens naturally everywhere. See, and the human brain's already being functioned. The green just. So that's why if you have all these green sheds in a school and that, they're not an eyesore because the mind just doesn't think it that way. But if you had them all just shed and rusty and everything becomes an eyesore, why have you got all that shit in your kids? That's what this called. It's called go away green. It's all about mental training. It's like red's for stop, green's for go. You know your children and you know yourself. You learn that really before you even get told that. That's actually endemic in us now. That's something that once it's been taught enough, actually starts coming into the blood. Like my people believe the knowledge can go back through the blood. Like when people say, oh, Jaguar putting the ashes on her. No. She's creating a shield of protection is one way you put ashes on you of your dead ones. They used to fucking sniff them, for Christ's sakes. They used to go and get crush the mummies up and smell them, pull them up the nose. Do that history, you know what I mean? Hello, I said to the West. Hello, Mr. Wolfgang, how are you going? Well. So, everyone must be bored. Pop in. Hello, yes. Oh, no, that's some grace. The wolf and the lion, they get together again. Well, that's it. That's the symbol of God now. That's it. Call him in. You come in, and there you are. I hope you're being well. I know I haven't been catching up with some of your life. I think it's the time difference. When you go live, I'm usually asleep on the ground here. In my swag, sleeping. And I just don't do it. Every one of you, I've got you all subscribed to, and I put on all your notifications, but they never tell me. I just got to try and remember the time. It's crazy. But we all know what that's about. Don't we, Mr. YouTube? That's why I've got the mask. Well, now, yes, that's good time tuning in. No worries. Yeah, me too. I'm just about tuning in. Yeah. Tuning in. Oh, yeah, tuning. I thought, oh, yes. Well, I've done the Lord's Prayer. Done a few things. Had a few things about chatting about. I can't wait to see what happens with what Jag's up to. Yes. Subscribe, sit in the West. Yes, of course. Definitely, Nick. Run the same drill, man. We all support each other enough. Like I said, we might not actually quite like each other, but if we all have a good message and we all look at each other's message and we all stay away from the side of bagging each other, well, we become together one way or another. You know, and the old saying, as a weapon, which is what I am, in the art of war, well, the first rule of war is divide and conquer. How do you divide and conquer? Pull the women in. Once you've got the women, you've got the rest of them, they'll come. But yes, divide and conquer is one way of doing things. That's what's happening on YouTube. That's what Maggie likes to do. She likes to divide, conquer, and come and pick up the remains like a vulture. That's her strategy. There's other strategies. It's like the strategy I like the best is, you know, the enemy of your enemy is your friend. And that's what I've been thinking of. That's how I've been running my little campaign. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. They might not agree with some of your friends, but if they don't like the same person you don't like, well, why not form an alliance and get rid of that asshole? See, she's supposed to be a dead bird, but that beak's flapping, so it's either the maggots in it that's operating the beak, like you see in some creatures, you know, a dead rat or something like that, or she just needs to be put out of our misery, not her misery, because that means we're going to tap her in the head. We've already gone down that path, and that gets me into trouble. So we've got to put her out of our misery. We've got to do something to her, and a big pronged attack, bang, and that's it. And then she's out of our misery, just like Jag has. She's a dead bird then. Once we dead bird it, everyone dead birds it, no matter what it says. We just totally ignore it. You watch it go absolutely ballistic. You watch the content it puts out trying to get our attention. You watch it start foaming at the jaw and everything. Probably have to get that little dog up, lick it all up. Sorry, but that's why we got to do it. We got to be brutal. She's being brutal. She's making us look like fools. She got all those 1,000 people there watching all the time, you know, saying all this shit. I go in there quickly, and I see what everyone's saying. Fucking crazy. They're all nuts. They reckon we're nuts. They think me and you are weirdos, Nick. Jeez, I don't think so. That's just crazy. That's just pure hate. For no reason but other than hate. Nope, we don't like Jag. We don't like her because the way she said about this one, we like that one. No, gee, just fuck up and go away. Sorry about that, but come on. Grab a brain, man. You know, yes, the ladies, no, you don't have to like her, but it's the message. I mean, I actually like her. I don't think like that. I think a whole different way. I'm there for a different reason. You know, make sure that she's going to keep carrying that light. Give her that support. Give her that encouragement. Even the fact when I just show up and say, don't worry, Jag, we're here, is enough. There's support, encouragement, knowing that you're there. Who's suing her? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's right. Oh, quiet this DM suing now. Yes, well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I haven't see Odell. I try to steer away a bit from the news. Will fucking drive me nuts. I've got a family to run. I've got a lot of other things to do. I still got a bit of depression. I do this for free. But I am in the keep. Don't worry. Trust me, I am in the keep. But some of these things, I just got to put it out of my mind. It's like you got to put it out of your misery, or it's going to fucking be a bother all the time. And we don't need to bother about these assholes. We need to cut this turd loose. Get on with a real project without thinking about it. But yes, well, I heard what you said when you first made me a moderator, which I might make you one now, actually, and return the favor. I could do it. If you don't mind, you don't have to do nothing. This means you've got a wrench. And that returns the favor, what you did to me, because without that, I wouldn't be anywhere at all. So, you go, bang, tush, and there you go. And that's done. Yeah, like I said, anyone who has the moderator, they don't have to do nothing. Yeah, of course I did already done do this. He's in. See, the thing is, when he seen my name, out of all the things I've been into, he was the first one to jump at it and say, well, I'll make him a moderator. And it's from then on I've gone. So the wolf reached out to the lion, and we sat down together, and we've gone on ever since. And what's going on is going on. But what I've seen between, Odell and Jaguar has been nothing but professionalism. What they're having in their own lives is what's happening. I don't know. We're on a different boat. We're on the boat. We got to do a different thing. Stick together no matter what. But yes, that's the thing. Yes, that's exactly the thing. But we have to do this here to you, Odell. I'm sorry, but I have to, because you could be the fake Odell. Who knows? You could be. But I think Nick could have already checked that. Oh, yeah, that's you. That's you. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, that's it. I gotta work this out. No, I just had to check because I was just thinking, no, and I thinking, no, why would that happen to me? Why would someone come with a crazy man on a mask and try to throw me for? No, you got to have that security. No, I remember you saying before Christmas, actually, clear as a bell, the best receipt in the universe. And they just let it slip straight past. And they're that up their own ass. They're that into their own bullshit trying to bring poor Jaguar down. They just clean haven't put none of the fucking pieces together. They just haven't fucking opened up their eyes at all, my friend. And it's that good a receipt. I want to fucking tell them, but I'm not going to tell them that one, no. So I just give them the old rolly bag with the dice in it. And if they can't work out all that's not my problem. But yes, I reckon that they're just going to put the, wow. I mean, I didn't quite put it together. I had an idea, but then, well, talking to you and that's it. It was all good. That's the thing. People used to say, "Oh, she's not going to be part of it. She's not part of it. Why did Jack? Well, where is she now? She's right there, the front door of the fucking Biddy trials. At last, after all that you hire and after all that banter to get up here, somehow it seems to have died. I mean, it's going crazy now. Starting to kick right off now. But literally, there's not as much as I thought there would be. I think people get tired of things, Get tired of it. I think that's half the reason why they kept it going so long until come to actual today. People get tired of things. We got tired of getting locked down with the COVID. We got sick of that shit pretty quickly. People get tired of things. People get tired of trying the same thing, same every day. Get up. It's a bit tiring. I know it's the right thing to try and put these bad men away. Because that's what should be done. It should be put away properly, actually. My way. and we won't have to worry about feeding them and all this. But see, that's the thing. Can't kill. God doesn't want that. So we've got to work something else out. Banishment. Enough country, enough lands, enough area. It's Dag's birthday today here in Australia, but tomorrow, yes, oh yes, 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 because we got half day in front of them. Wow, Dag's birthday. Sitting at the duty trials, which really don't want to be, because like I said, you got all that security and anything can happen there. Out in the open, basically, and they know where she is now. They can target her. They've been trying to triangulate her all this time. Show us your back chat. Show us this. Show us where you are, Jack. Show us where you are. Show us the window. Now they've got the target on her, so she'll be a bit scared. No, that's what I was thinking. Gee, I know she got the option whether she wants to walk in there or not, but I thought she might not. But she's done it, so she should be proud of herself, and that's the way it's done. But even if she didn't, I still stood by her. You know, it's not easy. You know, all those ladies, like I seen her when she tried to interview that other lady, all in a bit of a surreal moment. So humanity is going to step back and look at these victims now. They're going up there. Might be a long time since they had that done to them. So the memory factor. So they're going to try and remember things that were bad. It's something they're probably trying to block out of their memory all this time. So it's a delicate matter. And you're dealing with delicate issues. People's sexualities, which right now is the number one thing. People still don't feel like they want to let that. That's the whole reason why he was doing it. Shame the shit out of people so they can have the thumb over them. Crazy, but that's true. You know, that white party hasn't stopped. If you read the dots and put the dots connect them together properly, that white party hasn't stopped. It's just moved over to Beyonce's house. That's why she come out all white on that bloody Super Bowl. That's all that symbolized. Had nothing really to do with the end of the world and that. She tried to play that bullshit. No, that's just telling you that, who's running the white party now? I'll get them all coming out in white and we'll have a little party right here on the main events that America has. Right in front of your eyes where evil always dances around. Right here in front of your eyes. And you just sit there, clap and applaud. Not me. I just looked at it, I just said, oh my God. But they truly can't see that this is basically a white party in front of them without the orgy. My goodness. Seriously, that's all it was, like rubbing. The evil is that endemic, they don't care, they're just rubbing it in your face now. Rubbing the clean in, and you're just taking it dry without any spit. That's pretty harsh to say it that way, but it's like that. I suppose I got that one from Roma Ami. That's how she talks. I like the way she talks. Canadians are like Australians. We're both Commonwealth. In fact, when we used to fight in the wars, they'd keep the Australians up one end of the trench and the Canadians at the other. Because out of all the British forces, we were the highest paid, and we used to smash the shit out of each other. Always competition all the time. The colonials, trying to see who was the best. See, that's the thing, Nick, if you're still there. There's one thing that the world doesn't know about Australians. It's about time they learnt. I mean, it's been said before. They just haven't clicked in yet. See, the rest of the world, there's parts of the world that are, yep, we're that good. Now, no Americans think, yep, we're the best. And you kind of are. With the power and truth and things. But, you know, everyone says, I'm the best, I'm the best. But see, when it comes to Australians, we just go, come on now. Sit down, we'll show what y'all's done. It's not because we say that we're the best. We know that we're the best. You have a look at every single war. The major ones. Right? World War I. Not a single man had got into that Hindenburg line. after the Australians had their little bit of a bloodening at Gallipoli and got to the French under the Somme. We lost 5,000 in one day. Took that 9 months in Gallipoli to lose that much, right? But we was the first ones to get in that Hindenburg line. Now we made up, what was it? I think it was 5% of the British forces. We took 22% of the land, and we took, what was it? I think it was 28% of the prisoners. Not bad. It was the first time that was done. So that stopped them. That's the first time they started retreating. The Second World War, Germany kept advancing and advancing and advancing. Nothing was stopping it. When it got stopped, was at Tobruk. They stopped them right there. And after Tobruk, with the rats at Tobruk, with the Australians that held that place, the war turned around against Germany. Japan went to war, started advancing, took some of China, took this, coming down the coast, took all those islands, was coming. It was the Anzacs fighting on the Kokoda Trail that stopped them coming through and going any further. And that was the first time the Japanese advance had been stopped at all. So every single war after that, America, when it goes to a war, it brings up the Australian Army and the government. Well, we saved your ass in World War II. You owe us a few brownie points. We need your boys. And ever since then, we go in first. This last war that's been happening with Ukraine and Russia, even Putin himself, people don't put these connections together. I'll tell you why in a minute. Don't put these connections together. He says, yep, we'll go to war. Oh, if you do that, there might be some nuclear retaliation. Oh, if this one steps in, we'll go, no, we might have, no, we're going to have to do this. But he said when Australia, the Australian advisor stepped into Ukraine, or an Australian soldier stepped into Ukraine, that's World War III. Straight up, that's World War III. What's he scared of? He's scared of the army of Anubis from down under. The last two great wars, World War I and World War II, where was we trained? Where was our main forces placed to protect? The Suez Canal in Egypt. And in World War I, when we rocked up to the ships, so many different armies have gone through Egypt and Alexandria, thousands of different breeds of armies, and in the legends, written in their scrolls, and then some of the Christians and the Muslim scrolls. They say there was going to come an army one day with a uniform no one's ever seen, a feather from a bird no one's ever known. They're going to come from a country no one's ever heard of, way down under. And they're going to have Anubis, the god of war, in that Egyptian thing, as the head, their leader. Well, the Australians, when they rocked up in World War I, they rocked up in an army uniform no one had ever seen before, with an emu feather in a hat from a bird no one ever heard before. And they had a mascot, kangaroo, in a crate. They brought him down off the ship, put him under the deck, onto the port. They had 10,000 Egyptian workers there unloading all these ships, ready for this great war that's going to happen, getting all the provisions. They let the old poor kangaroo out, rough from the last 3 months at sea, coming from Perth, West Australia, where they set sail from. He gets out to the cage. He's all crouched down, looks around, and then he stands up. Like that one. And like that big head at the breakdance. Stands up like that one, full. And he was about 5.5 foot, the height of a man. Well, you had about 10,000 workers. Look at this kangaroo, a creature they had never seen before. Talking about a time that no one ever knew about this kangaroo. Never seen this creature before. Right next to a statue of their god Anubis. It went like this: Anubis, kangaroo, Anubis, kangaroo, and they went off fucking screaming. The army of Anubis is here. And all the people put a politician up. We do not want them staying in the city. They are the army of, they truly are the army of Anubis. They might turn against us. So we want them, as the legend says, under the watchful eyes of the Sphinx. So if that army of Anubis turns against us, the Egyptians, it'll rise up and destroy them. And that is why they placed the Australian camps right there, under the watchful eyes of the Sphinx. And that is how the Kaiser seen the Australians. That's how he used to talk as them. The army of Anubis. This is a fact. You got that 40,000 horsemen. What did they do? It says in the Bible there, when it shows the coming of end of days, the heretic, which they used to call them back then, right, was the Muslims, the ones that didn't believe in the Christian faith. They owned Damascus. 40,000 horsemen come out the desert under the Christian army. We took that. And the 4 horsemen, the 4 Australian leaders, went slowly into the town. See, they were supposed to wait for Lawrence of Arabia and his irregulars to come with the fief of Iraq, because they were going to promise all that land to him, put it under a Muslim leader that they could control. They lied to him, of course, just to get the troops. But Lawrence of Arabia, he wanted to get all the reward for taking Damascus, and he did. But not before the 4 horsemen and those 4 horses rode into the middle of the town, looked at people, and the mayor of the town came up to him and presented the 4 horsemen, which were Australian soldiers on horseback, 4 of them, a bit of paper, the surrender of Damascus. Now that whole thing had to be restaged again when Lawrence Array, no, I'm not having that, no, I'm the Lawrence, I'm going to be Sir Lawrence after this, oh, no, they restaged the whole event, so he was like the hero that took Damascus. That was the 4 horsemen. So that's already come to pass. You talk about this 4 horsemen bullshit, you've got to start looking at the history. They already marched out of the desert, took that Damascus. That part's already gone. That's what it is. That's your biblical war in the biblical lands. Right there, what the war was talking about. What they talk about. No, what's happening there? That's the facts. Sorry, but that's the facts. You've got to look at the bigger picture. Us Australians, we've got a lot to do. We're one of the last countries that was ever discovered, Nick. And the real last one to be discovered is the one they keep us away from and the one they're trying to get to now, Antarctica. It's all about globalism. Once Captain Cook worked out the bloody longitude and latitude calculations by watching Venus go across the sky, that was it. They knew they had a fucking globe. Before that, there was all flat earth thingies, right? And it's got to do with the Rothschild family. He's the one that put this globalism into humanity. Because Satan was having a rough time trying to do it himself. So he's obviously got in them to do that. But that's what he did. He sent his 500 odd years ago, he sent his 5 richest sons or richest family members to all the most political areas in Europe at the time, because America was still getting discovered. They were still trying to break the tribal system over there in America and learn how to defeat that, so they can come down and take Australia. This thing's been planned for hundreds of years, guys. If you actually sat out and seen what I'm saying, because the evidence is there, I got the evidence. You seen what I was saying, you'll be taken right back how much we've been bullshitted to for the last 300 or 400 years. Literally, they're ready to change the narrative again. So get ready. Get ready. They did their little test with the COVID, the lockdown. You know, you hear all these strange things about, like you see all the strange map. They got the Antarctica map with bloody trees on it. Quite well, actually. Same Dutch mob that mapped Australia. That's why we call it the Dutch wreck coast. There's still Dutch wrecks out there from the late 14th, early 15th century. That's Let's go to the Dutch Red Coast. One bloke, he found one out there. He's all got these bloody silver doubloons or whatever it was in it. I think that might be Spanish, but it was full of silver, a lot of gold in there. Because we've got a rule over here that the Maritime Museum owns everything. Right? He was trying to claim that money for himself. They wouldn't do it, so you know what he did? He went, packed it up full of dynamite, and he blew it to smithereens. Not before he moved some of the gold, I bet. So they locked him up, destroying heritage. But that's it, you can't do anything. Fisheries departments own the whole, they own the water, they own, that's it, the sand, the whole lot. Simple. WA coast, strange. Very strange. But whatever's in the water, whatever they know, whatever they got going under the water. Now there's certain places in WA waters where, well, there's no reason why you shouldn't be allowed to there. Like the Perth Trench, that goes 3-4 k's down. Why wouldn't be allowed there to do some research with a submarine if you knew how to build one? Oh, you've got to go through all these parameters because of what's swimming around down there. I don't know why people don't look at these things. Here's the bell. It's right there. Russian submarine. Over 70, 100 meters long, these Russian submarines. And I was getting chased by something over 70 meters long, which is twice the size of a blue whale. And I was faster than them. There was two of them. And they surfaced. They even rang up us in Garden Island. Have you got any of your submarines out here? Because we're being ghosted. Nope. Aspids. Not aphids. Aspids. Look up what an aspid is. That's that big giant rocky turtle thing with the universe on its back. One of those Japanese legends where it's big enough to be an island. It's swimming around out there. That's what's swimming around out there. But that's what it is. We've got things out in the world that you've got nothing about. There's one place down in Ascension Island. Ascension Island down in near Antarctica. Another place is near the bottom of South Africa. There's a bit of a trench down there. They had problems with, they reckon, ships just sink, or it's not just getting sunk by the water. And then you go over in Argentina, same deal. Same creature, but different ones. Like it's a species, peculiar species. They don't tell you about that one. They don't tell you. They've got footage on YouTube. A very small one. It's not AI or anything like that. I can't even remember what the name is, but you see that the submarine's there. They turn the light off, they turn it back on, and you'll see like two eyes, like two things coming into the screen, and submersible that they're in. They turn the light on, and you see this thing going back. It disappears. This huge thing. That's a baby one. Pretty much like a big giant snapping turtle, really. But they can just lay on the bottom because they breathe through their anus. Okay, like turtles do. They can breathe through their ass. Did you know that? They can breathe through their ass. That's why they can stay under there and sleep for 3 hours. Not just holding their breath. They can actually absorb oxygen through their anal walls. This creature's no different. Doesn't need to go anywhere. Look for food, really. Just opens its mouth. The smell in the mouth and all the stuff inside it. It's all schools of fish go in there and just closes up. Go straight through a ship. Makes a sound. Wow. The loudest sound of any creature that we got at the moment on Earth, right, is the humpback whale. Well, no, it's the sperm whale. That's the one. It's a sperm whale. He can put out 140 decibels at you if you're swimming like about 100 meters in front of him. Put out 140 decibels, knock you right out, just by the sound waves. In fact, it's actually quite scary when you hear those big buggers. I've been under the ocean when I've heard one of them go, and it's like you actually shit yourself. It's really weird when you're not used to it the first time. They got things all out there. She's like I said, this is what I've got to do. I know about this stuff. I've got this other mission I got to do. Jack's seen these things. It's all coming together. It's all part of the thing. So part of, one big show that we're going to be putting on. We're not going to be part of the show. We're just going to set up the stage. I mean, just set up a stage. The main act's coming. The main actors are on their way. He's what the Messiah. Well, he's on his way. He's the main actor. He's the one that's supposed to be doing all the saving. And he's going to save us in a way that, well, he's expecting him to come out and touch and heal. Like it says when he first was around. No, he's coming to fight. He's going to be badass, oh Jesus. He can be built like a brick shit house. And no one's going to mess with him. And you'll know it's him. First off, people say, no, it can't be. He's too rough. And then now look, oh shit, he really is. He snapped that bloke's neck and then made him come alive again. He must be the fucking Jesus. Just to prove his point. That's how the attitude is going to come down. Oh, last time my daddy gave me a bit of free reign. I done it all the last time. I got to come down and pick a few asses. So yeah, snap. Everyone goes, oh, you're brutal. You're not Jesus. They say, oh, what's this? Boom. Look there, he's live again now. Look there, see? Do the Jesus now. He's going to come like that. Well, not quite like that, no. But he's going to have that attitude, right? He's not going to be this holly and dow like you see in the movies bullshit. No, he's a bit more humble than that. A bit more like a man would be. Just because you get that God into you, automatically you've got to start speaking that God, the theory of voice, like I do with the Archangel Michael. But there's a difference. I am the Archangel Michael, and I can put on whatever voice I wish. But this is for YouTube. But enough of my ramblings. I need to get views on your day. And that's the way it is. Yes, my world is dark and gloomy. It's only because I gotta do some dark and gloomy shit. It's like I have fun going to those psychs. I just fucking stuff them up straight away. Poor buggers. They don't know what hit them. I tell them my story. They take a step back. They always wheel the chair back. Well, Mr. Akbar, you really are not a crazy person. I agree with that. We can understand you're quite intelligent. You're right on the ball. It's just that you're dealing with one of the craziest situations we've ever heard of. And we don't disbelieve it either, because you're not crazy. And if you was crazy, this would be a delusion, but it's not. It's not. I wish it bloody was. Locked away, 3 thieves a day, purified in my head. See, that's another thing too. It's about how hard you are with that jail. You wanted to go and do something to someone. Jail, some people, that's a home. That's free rent. That's food. I know some of the jails around the world, you get shit. Complete shit. But if you get out into some of the farms out here, the food's like better than some of the food you'll ever get. Crazy. But that's what it is. And then some people, they rely on that jail. I'm sure you've seen the Shawshank Redemption. How people can become institutionalized. Well, we become institutionalized inside this YouTube. Same deal, same type of pattern, same thinking, same technology, same ultra pattern. The ones that design shit, they put that out, put their little pattern out. People think, oh, I've discovered this, I will start doing this, but they don't realize they think they're doing it for that, but they actually run their pattern, exactly what they wanted. And then they run their old main one. But at the end, it's like them, they put it out there. Switch the algorithm in the brain, and that's the way the brain thinks. It's all about programming. At the moment, a lot of us are starting to wake up to this programming bullshit. Not quite aware of it like I'm saying. Like I say, it's programming. But we're becoming aware. Hey, come on now. Where's these kids going? Why is this always going to be wrong? We actually have got the police and authority to change that right this second. Why isn't it done? People are starting to wake up to the bullshit. Not only the ones that are greedy and want to be selfish and look at their own way, or too weak to find to actually go through the struggle of the fight, which is the whole reason why Maggie is the way she is, because she was a coward. All right, there was nothing that ever happened between Odell and her, or Jag and her, that was really sustainable as any sort of a reason why she is the way she is. No, she's a lazy bastard. She didn't want to do the work. Right now, she would be right there with Jag. You were going to take it today. That's what you was talking about. I even got a film clip, buddy, further in my shorts. Says that's what you was going to do with her. You took her right to the top. And she just couldn't be fucked doing it. Well, I'd rather sit back like 82 titties and brush out the cheese whiz from under the breast. Sit back, play my slot machine. Okay, 82 titties, I'm going to roll the bet. You're going to roll the bet? Yep, roll the bet, magic. You make more money with your bag Jag than if you keep with a Jag. Look at your numbers. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. And now she's playing that game. Oh, look there. Nick, she's only got 12. That's what I usually think. Oh, Golden, she's only got 8 people. That's what I usually expect from Golden. She only gets more when she talks about me. Oh, that's because you're a cunt. Simple as that. She talking real stuff like Jack talking real. We talk all real stuff. Don't listen. But the moment we start talking about that cunt, they up, not they all over. They're right there. Fact. I don't know what is wrong with the world, but we like listening to about cunts for some reason. You know, people think, well, God makes everyone. Well, think about this then. You've got cunts in the world. You've got assholes in the world. You've got pricks. You know, you've got all kinds of fucking bad people. But God makes them all. They're all crazy. Like this in Rambo, like in Rambo. God must love crazy people because he keeps making so many of them. Does that make sense? If we're all the children and products of God, why are so many people not fucking crazy? I mean, come on now. I did a crazy thing with the axe. I might look like I'm crazy now. With the axe, yes, I can understand. But now, no. Now, this is all part of the content, all part of me, all part of YouTube. YouTube changes its ways, see? I can't go out conquering the whole world and saving everyone like everyone prays and thinks that these angels and God's going to do. No, I can only do one step at a time. I've got a few steps that I've got to step. One of this YouTube, I found this YouTube. This is a good platform. We can change it. We can make it into a good one, even if it is run by evil people. They have to follow their laws. That's simply what they are not doing. Out of what? Spite, because they like other people that bag other people for no reason at all to make money. That's all it's about. Money. Crazy. YouTube followed those rules. Jag wouldn't get half the fucking trolls she gets. And that's a fact. Neither would my sister Roma. See, this is the thing. That's why I know about these trolls. Through her, through Roma. She gets the same type of thing. Because she barracks for, she's a woman barracking for men's rights. That's not a fucking good thing, you know. She got not a lot of women friends, that one. A lot of women hate her. She'll get 27,000 people view it. And 7,000 of those people will call her some bad names. 7,000 trolls. She goes viral everything she puts up. No, most of it's being drumming down. But she still go into a Facebook and that, which I don't. I only go on a YouTube and TikTok. I don't gonna go tag her everywhere she fucking goes. Not my job. But yeah, same thing. She gets it just like that. You know, I can see why sometimes you see them all emotional. People say they're emotional bullshit. Proof was when they tried to attack Jag for that 12 hours, and they was. And it was coming from all directions that they're trying to set her mind off, trying to get her emotions to spike and go off as nut. They do the same with Chloe or Roma. Same deal. Same deal. But she's like Jag's famous through singing, through the A-class listing way. And Roma, she's famous through TikTok and now the rest of the internet. Like the way people get famous now. Make your own little platform, your own little stage, your own little content. If it's good enough, then off you go. And that's just the thing. So I am aware of that stuff, and I'm aware of how you have to be when you be with a celebrity, like meeting these celebrities. You know, if I was like that, well, I said, oh, I want a police clearance or something. Make sure my security is safe. See, like the thing with this Ultra. how it can control the mind and send people in as a troll disguised as a good person. Well, that's why people also look at this name that I got, Archangel Michael. What a perfect infiltration name. People in the world looking for a bit of hope, looking for a bit of kindness, looking for a bit of light, looking to know everything's actually quite real. When they see that name pop up in the chat, they are attracted to it. So I know how powerful this name is. I don't take it lightly in vain, and I'm glad people are attracted to it, because there's a reason. Because I'm the real one, and that's as simple as that. People start getting it right like that. I keep telling them I'm not bullshitting. People are pulling out of my ass. I didn't fucking make this one up. He's Wolfgang. Archangel Michael's symbol is the lion. You know, when Luft weighs down with a lion, that's the symbol of God. One of the symbols is kicking off. You know, Jaguar's Jaguar. Look at what she's got to go through. Fighting men that be demons behind closed doors, dressed up as white, and they really are black inside. Full of hate. It's not the matter of the color of the skin, what is evil. It's the fact that evil has always been referred to as the dark. And the only way you can describe dark, really full dark, is as black. I'll take you out to the bush out there. When it first goes dark, actually you have to take a while. Fucking gets pitch black out there, you can't see nothing. And then the stars come out, and you start to focus. Yes, some crazy places. But that's what it is in light. Well, light's got to be light. Light's got to be generated. Even within, it's got to be light generated. It's always got to be generated. Light has always got to be generated. All the suns, they're going to be generated. They'll go out one day. No? But the light of humanity and the light of God can go on forever. Because we've got the ability in our mind to do some great things and go beyond this earth. We take God with us. We're always going to have that light. Can't do it with the cotton industry that it got. Got to fucking flush that. My old man said, sorry, Michael, you got a cesspool. The only way to get rid of a cesspool is you got to fill it in. So look at the music industry as a whole lot, not a single one of it, not a single bit of it, right, is a cesspool. The only way you can get rid of a cesspool is it's got to be filled in. Got to fill him in. Or for the rest of the days, you'll always be fucking carting or stinking of shit. No matter what you do, that industry still exists as a cesspool. Whoever comes through it is going to smell like shit and cart shit with them. So the only way you'll get rid of a cesspool is you fill the fucker in and build a brand new cunt somewhere completely different. So, all these big name brand music companies, this is how I would do it. I would teach all of them a lesson. They would be banned. They're approaching music ever again, or any other media or medium ever again. They'll have to go and find a real job. And then we can get someone that is honest and true, and real, and fresh. Someone that we can watch with a clear eye. That's when you run an industry, and you start it from scratch. That one's got to go in there, a wrecking ball, knock the cunt completely down. Everyone in the building get lined up and shot. Off you go. All your famous, the most famous ones that get more than $1 million a year singing, right? And they're not doing it off their own head. All those ones that are contracted up like they're big contracts, the ones that are working for those ones, they're not allowed to entertain no more. We ban them from ever entertaining again. Okay? You got to flush the lot. You got to bury the lot. You got to bury the lot. Kendrick Lamar too, he's got to go. Bang. You get paid more than $1 million a year. He's part of the industry. He stinks and he's carrying shit. Sorry? That industry exists. You can't fix the industry with the industry. You can't fix the industry inside the industry. You can't fix... No fucking Jeebus is going to come along and fix that industry. Because he's part of the industry. He's a plant. Claim and see. Even though he might not know he's one. They'll keep him bantering on like that there so they can do that. I just find it funny every time he sings about someone, their fucking record sales go up, the one he's singing about. It's like he's an ad man. So people got to start working that bullshit out too. How does a $3 plastic print crown become the most expensive crown on the planet? What, because you act like a fucking fake messiah? With the fake bullshit and still get the big fake check at the end? Because you just faked us off with the bullshit? Sorry, that's evil. I'm the Archangel Michael, and I can see all fucking forms of evil. That's why it's so dark to me. Because it's all dark around here. That's why I've got this pill in my pocket. No? The end pill. The full stop of life. It's called the full stop for a reason. Right? When Mother Nature read her signature, that's it, it's full stop, bang. But that was wrong because it's got to be sung, can't be read. Otherwise, we got the full stop, it will stop, life will stop. You put a full stop on it. In the story of life. Now it's a song, runs completely forever. Took all the apostrophes and stops out. The last stop is in my pocket here. It can be put back in. Put that back into the story of life. And that's it. You can end it fucking. Stop it. That's what's called the full stop. When I say I've got the full stop on you, I got the full stop on all of it. You know? That's it. As strange as it was, as strange as it is, as strange how it's come to me, and it's the most strangest way. You know, sometimes I really don't want to, but it's already done. For 28 years, I've kept it in check. Like I said, I probably kept evil in check by keeping myself in check. I'm the right man for the job because the lesser person would have sold it off by now and be sitting back in a mansion, not worrying about anything in the world. But he would have no soul. No one could be trusted up there. They're all as black as the ace of spades, know the language fully and everything. Yet I'm the one that is trusted. People got to get it together. My name's Michael Akbar. No, Michael George Akbar. Archangel Michael. That name Michael is not one who is like God. It's a question that Archangel Michael asked the rest of the angels when Lucifer was singing out his bullshit in heaven. Who here is like God, is what he said. And the name George, well, means king. And the name Akbar, in the Islamic way, and the Muslim way, and the Afghan and the Arab, means one who is great. That's why they go, God who is great, Allah Akbar, name for God, and he is great. So, mine is the question and the answer, my name. That doesn't come around by me thinking it up. This is something I go and ask my mum. She's never even concepted that in her brain. They said, oh, what are you going to name it? Oh, Michael George Akbar. Bang. Just like that. But that's how that name rings. That's what the name means. And each name is the same number. 1, 3, and 6. The same name numbers. All 3. Which is not really, anyone's got that. People have 4 lines in their hand. Main lines. Right? And one of them is the lifeline. Well, I actually don't have that. I've only got 3. Like I was clawed across my hands with a dragon. I've only got 3. I don't have a lifeline at all. There you go, with that one. That's why when I go in with those mediums, no matter what they are, they go, oh, you can't be in here. Oh, you're breaking my power. Because that's it. As soon as I walk in here, it's like they get the snow on the TVs go, psh, that's it. Transmission being shut down. This bloke's got some sort of a fucking shield around him. It's crazy. We can't get through that way. Can't. Get out of here. I don't want you here. I go into a haunted place. Those ghosts don't want me in there either. They start throwing shit at me. It's the only way they can get out of the place is they got to physically get physical. Because they fucking don't worry me, ghosts and shit like that. When they first come out, it gives you a bit of a fright. I said, okay, you want to play that game? He says, you really want me to do what I do? You really want me to do my little trick and get rid of you? Because it will hurt you. They don't like that, and they might throw a door and throw a stone or something. Often they just slam something because they're very angry. But yet they don't like me. I set them buggers right off. But the ones that are angry, the benign ones, well, when we go there, I'll get more reaction. Just it. I'll go out in the bush. People will just see the bush net. I'll go out there, and the strange creature that I haven't seen for a couple of 100 years will come walking up. Stuff like that. It's crazy. That's why a lot of people, when they come out with me once, they don't come again. I'm privileged to see these things. Not that I want to see them. I'm privileged to see them. Like seeing a jet black kangaroo with no tail leading a pack of grey and red kangaroos together, which can happen with the red and grey kangaroos, but not a jet black kangaroo with no tail. And then when I looked as I was driving along down the Esperance where it was, I noticed he wasn't fucking jumping, he was running. There was a spirit man inside that kangaroo. So I said, oh, gee, shit, why is this always got to, why have you got to pull this one on me every time I'm by myself? You got to drop this one, and why can't be someone right here and say, do you see that kangaroo, what I'm seeing right now? You see how it's not jumping, how it's actually running? You know, come on now. So I put the foot down, going 145 kilometers an hour, get out of there. But that's what it's like. Sometimes I wish people would see some of this stuff. And I know I'm not crazy, but I know it's not because of that. It's not because of the visual thing. I get shown it because I'm lucky. I get shown things because I'm, no, so I know things. I know it's there. I know it's there, you know. Sometimes it's not a good thing, so I know not to go back there. Sometimes I know it's there, and I go, right, that's where you're hiding. Yes, it's like they say with the Yowie, well, we've got a track that runs right through. It's called the Bibbleman track along the hills here. Well, one runs along there. If I could get transmission on a live and I could get up in the Bungadore Park up here, we might even be able to see one. And there, at this present, just big nature boys don't want to hurt nobody, but they will stand there and watch you. One's over in the eastern states seem to be a bit more aggressive, yell and shout and scare you away. One's over here, they watch you, stay very still, and if you notice them, they'll walk away very quietly. Like a big man, about 8 foot tall, built like twice as strong as a gorilla, covered in hair, but the face isn't. It's very much a man-like face, but with a very wide nose. It's a strange creature. I seen one right in front of me, down in Boddington. Me and Peter Wilkes, St. Peter, the one I gave the stone to, who was sitting there fishing, trying to catch redfin with the spinner lures. And he said, oh, Michael, don't be alarmed, but look up, just across the river there, at that tree. It was only like about 15 meters away, not far at all. It wasn't really a river. It wasn't deep. It was only a meter deep. We could see the fish. Sorry about that. Transmission starting to cut out again. A bit windier. Oh, we could see it, and I looked up, and there's this big, giant thing sitting with his back up against a tree, looking at us. Oh my God, and I put my head straight down. Because when you come across something like that, you got to act like it's a gorilla. And a gorilla don't want you staring at him right into his eyes because you think that's a threat. When you don't go burying your teeth, because that's a threat too. So you can look, but you got to keep pulling your head down and being something like that that you did not expect to see. A Bigfoot basically, but the Australian one, sitting right there. Wow, that was spun right out. I said, he's really sitting there, isn't he, Peter? And he said, yeah, he fucking is. And any time he could go across there and he could have grabbed us and smashed our heads together and turned us both into bush brides. We would have become his wife. That's how big and strong he was. And now, because we was there marrying, we had little pools along this river. This other camp down further had this family there, rocks up, and these little kids were running up towards us. And I could see them coming a couple of 100 meters down the track on the side of the river. And I said to this thing, you got to go. I stared right at it. I said, you got to go. You can't be around here. They can't take you like we're taking you now. You have to go. And this big, huge creature, bigger than a bear, bigger than any gorilla, big as but as a man, covered in hair, as quiet as you could imagine, just slowly goes off on all fours, like a gorilla. And he steps in the bush and he stood up. We realized this one, he's about 9 foot. So he's a big one, right? And he turned, looked, and the bugger smiled. So it's got emotion like a man and fucking smiled at us. And I looked at him and said, that big, they said, yeah, he smiled at us. So what's he thinking? No, smile at us, come and drag us away. Turn us into his wife. Because he could, there's nothing we could have done about it. He's that big and strong creature that can snap a tree in half where we can barely even bend the fucking thing. Crazy, the amount of strength that they've got. Yes, it was there nonetheless. And he disappeared. And he just disappeared just enough. So he was out of view. So he would have still been watching. These kids and that come up and their parents come up. I said, well, you've got to leave. You can't let the kids run around too much without you seeing them. He says, why, why? We just seen a big giant wild pig. Because we didn't tell him what, because we got to protect him. There's an Aboriginal man. One of the rules, he's got to protect nature. And things like that there you have to protect, no matter whether the world wants to know about them or not. Okay, and that's the reason why we was allowed to view it like that, because we know the way. We're not going to go and tell everyone that where that spot was. I'll tell you the story now. We're not going to tell you where that spot was, where exactly where we seen him. He's got to be, protected as well. Otherwise, man will go out there and chop him up and see what makes him tick. And how do we know he's not the last one? I know there's more out there. I'll take you to them places. That's it. And then, yeah. So he goes off, and I said, well, he said, oh, it doesn't matter. I ain't got a gun. It should be, I handle any pig. And I thought to myself, well, I think you'll be standing there quite shitting your pants and wouldn't even pull the trigger when you've seen that, what we've seen. But he's up there nonetheless. Big nature boy. Big nature boy. But yes, he's there. I know where our family lives. Up nearby, in between the Gascoyne River and the Murchison River. There's an old dilapidated jailhouse, which is no longer there no more. There's a little mountain over there, Mount Gould, I think it's called. It's Mount Gould. Yeah, it might be Mount Gould. On one side, there's a mine. And on the other side, there's a system of caves, little caves along there. Well, there's a mum and a dad, and a young one lives there. Last time I was up there, about, 6, 7 years ago, so he won't be young no more. He'll be a young adult. About 6 to 8 foot. So, I'd like to take you to these places and film them. But like I said, some of these things got to be protected. One day I will. One day I'll be allowed to go out there and show you these things. And you'll think, oh, no, he's been doing all that AI. How do we know it's not AI? But that's the whole reason why I've been doing this AI. Because when I get some of this real footage, I'm going to have to try and slip it in and see if I can get it through without anyone noticing. Okay? Because they'll take it straight down. That's some of the things I can show you. I show you a 55-foot long snake. But that's another thing. That's actually a guardian. And that's the one of the last of its kind. It's one of the ones that's got the short head. Like, the ones like they talk about, the prehistoric ones. They don't actually swallow their prey in one go. They've got the head that could rip it apart. And this thing, you'll eat 10 people before you even slow it down. She's a big old lady, that one. It's a massive snake. Massive snake. And she's the guardian. But I'm not going to be one that goes chasing snakes. Because those that chase snakes, well, they're evil and bad. But I do know where the one is. I don't need to chase it. I just know exactly where it is. I would never chase it. It's there for a reason. Guarding a very special place, that one. Guarding one of the oldest places, Dreamtime stories, credited stories by NASA in the entire world. See, the Seven Sisters is that story. But in our creation, it was the two brothers, two Wilgarn men. The two men dreaming, walking. They created them before I came first. But I find that a bit perplexing. Two men cannot have a child, so but that's the legend nonetheless. And you've got it like in Greek gods. And gods can do strange things. Spirits and magical things can do strange things. So perhaps it's right, but I know it's not. I know it's in that place. I know all the secrets, and I know all the lies now. But that's another story for another time. I let that out. These women around the world would realize something and never talk to the men again. And there will be a sexual war, and that'll be the end of the human race. That's why I said you as ladies are going to that center circle again, where you belong. Man's taken over the wrong spot far too long. Time to slit you back. But not at the expense that we rub each other and make a man look like a fool. How you choose a bear over a man, which is a bit ridiculous. Yes, well, I am actually waiting for the day, guys. This one that scares me the most out of everything, out of all your diseases, out of all this little biblical stuff that's going on, is when those animals, our pets, all the animals around us, start fucking turning against us. That's the one I'm waiting for. Okay? That's gonna happen. That'll happen in my lifetime, that one. So we've got to be careful with that, because we're gonna have to put a lot of animals down. But remember, Earth's like a big giant arc. Right? We've got to keep all this life, so we've got to work out how we're going to get around that. What happens if they decide, wow, we're going to go different now? We're not going to put a COVID disease into the humankind. We're going to put this disease out there that sends these animals mad rabbit like they're full of fucking rabies. So they'll just attack and kill anything they come near. No different than that Zootopia bullshit. That's a fact that they can actually do. I know some things you can inject animals with, make them spray with that sends them right off. And I know other things that you can give to animals that makes them go stupid, like catnip with cats. Acting like it's like start drooling like it's some absolute drug that they got to have, like it's cocaine. No, the world's a funny thing. A funny thing. We can fix it. We don't need to kill everyone. Well, not kill everyone. Don't need to flush everyone. But we're gonna have to fill in those industry ones. Sorry, and all them big wigs, you're banned. You can't. You prove that you cannot run it. You're part of it. You want to be evil. We're not going to let you get back into it because you'll just pull your same evil bullshit. And that means we just got a big bucket of that fucking cesspool and poured it straight into the new one. And it just fucking tainted all the fresh water that we got in there. Okay? So that's why we can't have anything to do with the old system. The old system's got to be totally flushed or totally pulled out. When you get a busted system in, shit house system and sewer system in your house, you got to get it taken all out and replaced. Totally replaced. Every bit right to the road. Sorry, but that's how it's going to happen. If you want to know how they save the industry, well, that's how you got to save it. You got to dismantle it completely. Shut it down. It's got to be shut down. Don't know how long for. Unless someone starts building a hole now and building a new industry now, getting it ready for the Passover, which no one's really doing. Got a lot of independents, but no one's really got an industry. Everyone's still those independents. A lot of those independents still got it in their mind. Run it exactly like the ones that are running it now. That's the whole reason why they're there. Oh, they can do it. Maybe we set up our way, then we can run the white party. No, it's going to have to be fully regulated. The people are going to have to take control back of their own medium. And that's got to do with music. That's got to do with the movies. And we're going to have to vote what we're going to want to got. And when we're going to see how we're going to function it. We don't let it just run by itself. The big business and ad campaigns are allowed to be the one that creates the algorithm and the way of the thinking. If you look at it that way, there's two companies in the world that run the human race: ad companies and pharmaceutical companies. Without those two, fucking human race goes flush up. Everything's advertisement. And all your medical is pharmaceutical. You know, I want to shut down this state. Oop. Why I want to shut down this state? I just get a bit of dead cord, probably about the whole barrel, whole reel full, which is about a kilometer worth, and I just go and wrap it around some water pipes, wrap it around a few electric pieces, and that's it, boof. Fucking wipe this power out and water out 6 months flat before they even rebuild it. See, because my old man, he used to work for the water authority, and he told me a lot of places where they've got some valves that are like 90 years old, 110 years old. The only spare one that they've got has come out from England, and that's 90 years old itself. And they've got no way of replacing these big valves and that. But once you crack them, that's it. You'll have some areas that'll be flooded in 3 minutes under 20 foot of water. They talk about terrorism and shit like that there. That's just it. This is terror. It's not a real attack. A real attack would happen. We'd do it the way I would do it. But that's too cruel. That's just the way it is. Well, I'm starting the buffer, and I'm starting the buffer out of my lips. We're done for 2 hours. God bless you. America, Britain again. Do you like Britain? Make America Britain again. Do you like Britain? Oh, we could get into that one and go for hours on that. No, America is safer being by itself at the current time. He's already got control of a third of the world. A third of the population of the world is under the Commonwealth yoke. 72 nations under the star and Lucifer, I believe. And that book says he's got to rule of the dominion, a third of the world. And the guy gotta go, third's gotta go. Bring on the Armageddon, the doom. Isn't that just uncanny? He paints himself with fucking red flames. He gets given the true little part piece of the cross that if you squeeze it, you can get out the blood of Jesus, which if you drink it will make you live and heal you forever. Right? And the son that wants to take over the father's position, just like Satan wants to do to God now. You see what's going on earth as it is in heaven. See, he's no God, the king, but the King of England, being the head of the Protestant Church of England, like the Pope, they are considered the ones that are closest to God. For their religion. And that's how that works. No, old crafty Francis knew that he was going to be the last. He got that little piece that put out there because there's men in there now. They're not men of God, they're men for men. Men for profit, men for gain, and men for escalation. Basically, what that thing was there, they'd probably go in there and they were playing leapfrog. Whoever leapfrogs the longest, he's the new Pope. It is. There's no men in there, there's men. There's no men of God in there no more, they're gone. He was the last one. He got that piece out of there and he put it right into the enemy's hands. Because the enemy cannot move that piece. You know, it's like a game, a set rules. Everyone's got their turn. You can't move that piece. And he was thinking to me, he said, whispered in his ear when he gave it to him, he said, why did you give me this? I can't move this piece yet. And you're the good guy and I'm the bad guy. Why are you doing this? He said, aha, wait till you find out. And the next thing, last mission he was going to do is he was going to expose the one that thinks he's the Satan. The one that thinks he's the guy, that's the bad guy. You know? Well, it's the son that's going to the funeral. So he's the one. He's the one that's got a picture just like their ancient relative, old King George, when he's sitting on the dragon, sitting in the head. Well, his son has got a painting exactly like that of him doing it. So a big white lizard, pretty much like the one running out there. Isn't that strange? The same painting, the spearhead that it's got is exactly the same shape as the one in my pocket, which is the same shape as the Australian emblem. There's one way when you turn the emblem around, it's a spearhead. The way when you turn it around, there's a shield. And see, it's made from a metal that actually can finish and write life. It's the tip of the pen that Mother Nature used. So I can end all and start it all writing again. That one little stone in my pocket of a metal that we don't have on the periodical scale. And we're good at synthesizing things. Mankind could make this into an impervious metal that is very light and thin. We gotta go in and out the atmosphere. It would help us phenomenally to get to the stars, this one. It also, that's a shield, see? That's the shield part of it. Why it turns around and can be a shield. But it's also that strong we can synthesize it. Become stronger than any metal out there. We can pierce anything, becoming an ultra super weapon. Mankind cannot have this pen head. That means you've got too many devices enough to kill yourselves already. Why would I give you another one? No, my mission is to let you know that I got it. Let Satan know that I got it. He knows. Let them fucking rule over it. Rule over it because they want it. They're not going to have it. They got no idea what I'm going to do with it. I got a good idea. I'm going to do with that. I'm going to put it right out of man's hands for all eternity. To the end of time. Whenever they are to get these two pieces, I will be the last man that ever touches them. There's a bit of life in here and beyond the stars. There's an element that we don't have that can benefit mankind tremendously. Tremendously. Stone that St. Peter has the key to heaven, well, that has a little bit of life in it too. And we referred it to before anyone else realized it was the key of heaven, we referred to it as a medical bag. Because it's like a germ in that one. When I got here, it's got actual bit of life, like a microbe. That's like a germ sitting smaller. We can synthesize things, see? And that one, that can cure everything. That's the cure there. Okay? That's why I had to separate it and give him the key. There's two things. They catch me with all of them, or we're fucked. God will get taken out of people's memories. He better kill everyone right off. Start his own image. No, or I might turn. And if I got all the pieces, well, you're fucked. Man takes control. Literally got a fucking thing in my pocket right now, right here in my pocket. Got around with me every day. I think about it every day. Got to keep myself in check every day. And literally in its current state, inside the stone, as a stone, it can kill 3 billion people on this planet. Just like within 6 weeks, from an hour to 6 weeks. From when an hour, people will die to 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, that's it. There's a potential that you could have 3 billion people dead with this one stone that I got in my pocket. Crazy, but it's true. And you crack it open, animate the life in there because it's dormant. And have to do a little bit to animate it, get a life. And that's it. They'll clone that motherfucker, and that's it. That one kills all life. That one. That trees, microbes just become a barren dust bowl. So I cannot let you have this. Mankind have it. You can know about it. You know about this so you can rule. That's one of the punishments God's going to make you think this one. He's going to make you punished. You're going to get all punished. You're going to have to think. Because it's a big lesson that everyone needs to learn, even the ones that have been faithful. Everyone's going to have to learn this lesson. The whole of humanity is going to have to come together and learn it. Together as one. Whether you're being good or bad. We're all going to go through it. Okay? I can't stop that coming storm. I can warn you about it. I can show you that there is a light in there. And if you stay strong and keep that light in there, you'll get through this storm. We're coming to a big storm, guys. It's going to be a worldwide storm, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. It's going to start from one place, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And I don't know whether this storm is going to be a real disease, not like the fake one like COVID, or something much, much worse. We don't want it to be, but it could be. But it's coming. is coming to a head. Right? The governments, they want to be evil and change over. The people working this out and want to change over, is coming to a head. When the people rise up in the street and start going at them, please refrain yourself from joining the first wave, because they'll get wiped out. Okay? Strategize. Think. Don't throw your life away to die, because they'll just pull out that new technology, microwave cannons, just aim it at you, and that's it. You'll go over Red Rover. It'll be the same as this thing I got in my pocket. They'll irradiate a little part inside your brain, and within an hour to 6 weeks, you will die from a cancer, because they microwave the part of your brain. They tested this on an airfield over in England. A bunch of protesters were sitting on the airfield, and all of them started feeling sick. 100 odd felt sick. They all ended up getting cancer. Well, they found out that little grey building off to the side was putting out massive amounts of microwaves in like a cannon thing aiming at them. Okay, and now they got that in the military. That's what they're going to fuck with. They're going to come out with drones, the lasers, microwave cannons, plasma rifles. The bullet is going to be a thing of the past. Get ready for the future. You just had a taste of it, America. We got a taste now. Starting to see these fucking drones around and shit. That's the new Uber. That's the new jobs. It's everything going to be like that. Just program it in, the way it goes. Oh, look, Tesla's brought out all those robots. Look how functional they are. Oh, they made them cheap. Everyone's getting one. Wow. I wonder why. Could take a job. They wanted to stay as soon as they got rid of slavery. They thought weird. Oh, fucking even the ones that was arguing to get rid of slavery. As soon as that happened, a year later when they looked at the figures, they thought, well, maybe we should have done that. Why is that? Because now we've got to pay everyone. And the profit's not good for me now. I don't get as much profit. So they've been trying to work out how to make us slaves again. It's not just one type of race, all races. Well, this is it. 2 hours and 2 minutes. This is the Archangel Michael saying goodbye. God bless you for your day. I have dribbled shit in your ear long enough. I see everyone's gone in, talk to me. Yeah. He's not talking too much. Okay, cut third and see you later. It's good to see Odell. Excellent. That's good. That makes me feel good. You know, I'm starting. That's good. That's support. Jag went live. Okay, that's probably why. I understand that. It doesn't show up on me. It should be showing up here. I got that marked. Oh, I'm gonna have to go and give her a super chat to apologize. This is the Archangel Michael signing off. I will see you soon, Gigi Eyes. Goodbye. And God bless, guys. Oh, come on, please stop messing me around. Don't mess me around. No, it's frozen. Oh, I tell you. Boom. Goodbye, guys.